Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Of course, now that he is the First Minister, the first job Swinney had to do was to ring the Prime Minister. Seems to be the usual thing. And so he did what Hamza Yousaf did exactly a year ago, or 13 months ago, which is to ring Rishi Sunak and say, can we have a referendum? And then Rishi Sunak had the wonderful joy of having to tell a second consecutive SNP leader and First Minister, no. It's simple as that. They pushed this line, we need to have a referendum, we want this. And it's my first phone call, and rather than talk about anything important, we're going to get straight down. Referendum? No. Okay. I don't know why they bother. They know they're going to get told no, so why do they do it? Is it because they like being disappointed? Or is it so I can go, well, I did ask, like Albert Steptoe. But that's what happens, isn't it? Anyway, we'll have a look now, because the phone call had more to it than just that. And it was one of those things where they have to do it, and it's all part of the game, really. It's the games they play. Unfortunately, playing with people's lives, which is very unfortunate. Anyway, we'll take a look, and here goes. So, Swinney calls for action on child poverty in his first phone call with the Prime Minister. Well, I think it's only right that they check up on child poverty. After all, the SNP have put so many children into poverty and are continuing, of course, to do so with all their policies. We've talked about this earlier, especially all the policies regarding housing. That is a massive, massive way of putting children into poverty. And not growing the economy as well. That also helps put children into poverty. There's so many ways in which they do this. They probably don't even realise they're doing it, but they are. Anyway, the Caretaker and Rishi spoke on the phone on Wednesday morning. And he told the Prime Minister that the UK government needs to change direction in key areas. Oh, the hubris. The man's been there for 1 minute and he thinks he can tell the Prime Minister of the country what to do. I think not. He said that he promised to work constructively with the UK government and to reduce polarisation in politics during the call on Wednesday. Reduce the polarisation. It's your party that have made the polarisation of politics their very raison d'etre. I mean, one only has to look at Sturgeon to see where she took disagreement and turned it into hate. Deliberately. She moulded hate because she thought that if we can get them to hate the English, we can get them to hate Westminster, we can win the Battle of Independence. Rather than, if we can build a Scotland that works, people will follow us. No, not her way, because she has no ability to do that. No personal charm for a start. She is just a little bubbling cauldron of hate. And so, of course, hate came to the front. And so it was the SNP that done it. So for him, as part of all that, to sit there and now say, oh, let's have less polarisation, seems like a complete bag of bollocks, doesn't it? Anyway, he pledged to eradicate child poverty that he caused and urged Mr Sunak to reconsider the two-child benefit cap, telling the Conservative leader it's causing misery for many families. It's causing misery for families who have deliberately chosen to make the decision to have more than 2 children. Children are a choice. Unless there is the strangeness of multiple birth, which is encapsulated. If you have a child already and get pregnant again and have twins, they both benefit. There is no child cap limit for that. They do take twins into consideration. But other than that, children are a choice. They don't fall like manna from heaven. You have to be quite active to have them, I've heard. Anyway, a Scottish Government spokesman said the First Minister spoke with the Prime Minister this afternoon and confirmed that the Scottish Government stands ready to work constructively with the UK Government in a good faith effort to deliver for the people of Scotland and reduce the polarisation in politics. Well, doesn't that make a change? Do you believe any of it? Not I. He said the First Minister set out his determination to eradicate child poverty and urged the UK government to work with him towards that goal by changing course on policies such as the 2-child benefit cap, which are causing misery for many families in Scotland. Will he be, let's say, reducing the rent cap? Will he, for example, reduce the money that you have to pay in excess for the minimum unit pricing of alcohol? Will he, for example, reduce income tax? All these things that increase poverty by taking money from people and instead of giving it to them. So I mean, for him to sit there and say, oh, we need you to help us cure the problem of child poverty that we've caused and are continuing to cause. Weird, isn't it? Anyway, Swinney set out the need for change in the UK government's economic policy and an end to austerity. You're the one putting taxes up, mate. In order to allow the Scottish economy to reach its full potential. You're the one putting taxes up. Support business. You're the one putting taxes up. It's unbelievable. They're sitting there. Please come and help us. We've fucked our economy and we're continuing to do so. But we need the rest of the United Kingdom to sort out our pile of shite. It is a huge steaming turd of an economy caused by the SNP, who are now on bended knee begging the UK to help them out. But wait, they're independent, surely. They don't need the UK. They can live on their own. They can pay their own way. Surely, that's the argument they're giving. Why do they need the UK to sort out the mess that they've caused? For all you SNP voters, and I know you hate Watch Me, look at this. They're in such a bad way, they need the UK to help them out. The rest of the UK must help Scotland out. Imagine now, children, that you were an independent country and it was just as bad. You can't run to mummy then. What are you going to do? Oh no, we've fucked up. The UK will help us. And the UK go, you're on your own, son. You wanted it, you got it. Eat your own mess. These people live in, I don't know where they live, but it isn't an orbit around the same star we are. They are right out there, aren't they? Anyway, it's understood the Prime Minister highlighted the areas where there had been successful cooperation, including free ports and creating a smoke-free generation. Blah, blah, blah. Load of old rubbish. We don't care. We literally don't care. But he did ask, of course, first thing was, can we have a referendum? And Rishi said, fail, no. Oh, firstly, if I was Rishi Sunak, pick phone up. It's the First Minister of Scotland, Prime Minister. Oh, hello. And he'd have gone, hi, can we have a referendum? No, thanks for talking, and put the phone down. That's what I would have done. Literally, boom. That's all you're going to ring about? Sod off. Anyway, we'll round off there, we'll come up. I think it's both telling and amusing that almost the first thing the caretaker does when he takes over the role is to phone up the Prime Minister of Britain and say, hey, we've screwed up our economy, can you help us? They're admitting defeat. They're admitting they've made such a pig's ear of it, they can't handle it. It's cracking, isn't it? Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Do please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video, and I will speak to you later. Bye.